We're live.
Welcome back.
We're live.
Bucky's trying to sit himself on top of the kingfish tonight.
Kingfish
Yep.
is a rum.
Little rum mixer. So Nate usually warms me up with like something off the.
Nate usually warms me up. That's a little.
He usually
Weird
gives me something off the shelf behind me.
Well, say what it's your
Blind pour.
blind pour. There
Yeah.
you go.
Nate gives me a little blind pour to start the
He
show.
usually.
And, he gives me a little spin on it. All right. So Nate usually gives me a blind pour. So he's like, I pour him this bottle because it's like perfect. It's this little sampler I got from my wife's cousin. Wendy and Dan hooked me up with that little sample pack. And it's like, perfect. I'll just put this little like 2-ouncer in here.
Everyone knows Ben's a whiskey guy.
Yep. So Nate pours this in there and he's like, perfect. And then he's like, after I poured it, he looks at the bottle and he goes, that's a rum.
Damn it.
So he's like, I gotta drink the rum. So he drinks the rum, and then there might be a little smidgen in the bottom of the glass, and he's like, oh, this bottle looks good. He pours that in there, puts the cap on, and I just look at him after I taste it. I'm like, I don't know what you poured me, dude. Like, I said it's really good.
Like,
I
it
said
might be-
it's got like a really sweet vanilla kind of note going with it. And Nate's like, oh, the vanilla's from the rum. And then he's like, I poured this white dog, and I'm like, what white dog? So I got these little like concoction bottles of mixes that I've done that go in these old white dog bottles. And so we put the maple bourbon, which is one of our favorites from the Sip and Stroll.
Yeah.
Everybody
Which
loves
that's
that.
going on.
Put that on top of it, and it was a good pour tonight for the little blind one. I never would have guessed it.
No.
So you stumped me.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, 0 for 2 to start the new year.
Well,
I ain't making it in the Hall
let's
of Fame.
get this out of the way. Stand up. Oh boy, turn around. Let's see the back. Can y'all read it? Rabel. For
Vrabel.
those of you that don't know, Ben's a Patriots fan.
Yeah. Ben since day one. Once I
Oh,
learned
look,
they
I'm rocking my colors too.
rocking the Packer hat,
I'm rocking my colors too.
the New England. Nate's like, he's like, dude, he's like, you got to wear that on the show.
I
And I
just
was
want to
like,
get some people riled up.
I was like, yeah. So I got put the Vrabel jersey on. I've been a New England fan since
You wore the Brady
the
one
90s,
all day.
dude. Dude, I remember when they signed Bledsoe,
Mhm.
and that Bledsoe got killed, like in that play, and I was like, oh fuck.
Bledsoe was a good quarterback.
He was, and then when they signed him, and then it all
He
happened. But
just Brady trumped him immensely.
well, and he had that hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
The
does
Bledsoe
own his
hit.
own winery in California now.
Bledsoe
I believe it's California.
diversified his portfolio, so he didn't go bankrupt. Good for him. Good for him. So yeah. Whoop. Shit.
Mm.
Working with a new screen over here. I'm trying to figure it out.
So we got sponsors?
Yep.
Or is it the new year? We don't have any
Nope. We go for
from the date they paid.
yep, from the date they paid. So our sponsors are all good. I'm just trying to get this. I put a new screen in here because I wanted my other one back in my office now that it's off season. Perfect.
Get your logger to sponsor us. Throw an extra $75 at our.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Like, listen.
All right. So like always, drop your comments and questions in on the show. So we got Busy Bee Chiropractic and Wellness right up here in this top corner. You'll see our sponsors. In Newark, New York, go see Dr. Britt for all of your chiropractic and wellness needs. I'm trying to line up a date to have Britt on the show. Don't know if we're going to go to the office where she's at, or if she's going to come here, or we're going to do it like from her house remote, kind of like we've done at your place before. But looking to have Dr. Britt on here to talk to folks about the benefits of seeing a chiropractor and how that can keep you feeling good through all the year, but most importantly going into hunting season and feeling good going beyond that. So go see Dr. Britt today and mention the Hunter Proof podcast, and she might give you a little something off the top. Also has the sauna there, which is I'm a big fan of that. Nate's still trying to figure out the sauna, so
Yeah, we're not gonna get into details.
we're not gonna get into details on that. So M&R Firewood Services here out of Phelps, New York.
Your nose, or
Yep,
you
they're
stopped?
they're right on Main Street here in Phelps. Also have
What'd you
the
think about me in the sauna?
yep, you in the sauna. They're also down by Smoky Pete's down there on Seneca Lake. Go check them out for all of your firewood needs. Rick hit me up because we're doing a timber harvest, which is one of the topics of the show tonight. Um,
And he
for a
can't
little bit of
have the
firewood needs.
ironwood.
Can't have the ironwood, dude. I think
Hint. That's a hint
yeah,
of what's coming.
I do like that little hint you dribbled in there, Nate. So M&R Firewoods for all of your camp, home heating. They do face cord orders. They do smoke and specialty woods. They do firewood bundles and campfire bundles for the camping season. So go hit up M&R Firewood Services. Great supporter of the show. Pierce Metalworks.
Yeah.
Brand new equipment getting dropped off this week, I heard.
Yeah, we're moving up in the world, getting our first CNC dropped off either Friday or the beginning of next week. But
Friday, right?
yeah, yeah, things are growing there, and if you have any welding, fabricating, machining needs, give me a call.
Any kind of ideas. Like he's
Yeah, prototype.
customized like drum fleshers, and any of that kind of like niche kind of stuff. If you got an idea,
I've actually done quite a bit of
custom work.
custom work. Like people have ideas and want to try stuff, and I build it for them.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a guy who's a very avid trapper, and he has all these ideas of these little fixtures to help hold his traps, especially for the critters you be catching around the water.
Okay, yeah, like the little slip style
Beaver,
and stuff like that.
mink. I mean, he's prototyping and he doesn't want me to get into details, but
Sure.
I actually did a lot of work for him. Done quite a bit of prototyping for him. Yeah.
No, very
Fishing. Done a ton of fishing molds.
cool. Yeah, jig molds and stuff. Yeah.
Which Derek,
Idaho.
Idaho, he had some really good success off one of the molds I
Catching
made
some
for him.
slammer wallies.
But I think he finally realized that he could buy different molds a lot cheaper online than
That's
paying
fair.
me.
That's fair.
But Derek, I appreciate the support for when I was starting out and helped me out.
Absolutely. So, yeah, shout out to Pierce Metalworks. Get a hold of Nate. He'll set you up.
Supposed
and
to do a door handle for you, aren't I?
yeah, we got to do the door handle for the blind at some point.
Yeah, we got to look at that.
Yep. Phelps Fire Department. We are going to do Nora's second birthday at the Phelps Fire Department. Spoiler alert.
Nice.
That's going to be where we're going to have the event for that. So, for any of your kids' birthday parties, family get togethers, reunions, class reunions, they've done all sorts of stuff there over the years. Phelps Fire Department, they got a great little venue hall there. Tables and chairs are on site. They have a little kitchen if you're going to cook food. They have a little clubhouse, pool, darts, that kind of stuff. All that available for a great price and in the local neighborhood. Also help them, support them with finances so they can keep the equipment up to date so they can help keep our community safe. So thank you, Phelps Fire, for all you do and helping us run our youth events this past year. Heritage Outdoor Sports here in Phelps, New York for all of your archery. They're a certified Tacticam dealer for all of your cell cam needs now. So winter leagues are underway. Summer leagues are in the framework for going forward for next year. Sounds like they're going to have 2 courses for the summer league this year. Mm-hmm. They're going to have a north and a south course, I guess, kind of the way it falls. So, which is really cool. So it's going to be like week 1 you're shooting south, week 1 you're shooting north, or it's like ASA, IBO, whatever they're going to do it. But go see Mike and Lou and everybody at Heritage for all of your archery and or crossbow needs. We're big crossbow supporters on this show. So go see Heritage today in Phelps, New York. They'll set you right up. And it doesn't matter what brand of bow you shoot, they'll set you up and get the right parts for you to get you shooting right. Finally, Whitetail Properties here for the Finger Lakes region. Tim Kent, Heather Kent, and Ben Williams, myself, helping folks buy and sell land. I just put a new listing in. We're going to put our featured listing of the week back into this week's episode. We're going to kind of trickle those back in and see how they do. But I just put a brand new listing up in Cayuga County, which is a prime hunting piece for folks. Good bucks already on the property. Areas for food plots. Open acreage for additional food plots. It's just kind of got a lot of nice pieces moving around together. And just over the Wayne County line into Cayuga County over by Duck Lake.
I like Duck Lake.
Yeah, it's a stone's throw from Duck Lake.
Nice.
No Duck Lake frontage, though. But so, any buying or selling needs in the Finger Lakes or surrounding areas, contact the Finger Lakes land team today. And with that, we are going to keep right into this episode. We got some comments rolling in. Jeff Fox says, "Good evening, guys. The measuring is starting." 100%, Jeff. I was telling Nate before we went live, I scored a hammer down here at the bar the other night. It was 176 and change, I want to say. I think I just took my score sheet back into the office for it.
He's a big one.
But it was, freaking beautiful buck. So yeah, measuring started. I know they were at the Sportsman's Expo there in Syracuse, scoring some deer. They canceled it on Sunday. And they told all the vendors Saturday night, you got to get the fuck out because this is an emergency assembly area with that storm coming in. So they told all the vendors, you got to get out and clear this place out and go home. So this place is empty in case we have an emergency center. So I know they didn't get a Sunday part of the show there, so we'll see how that goes going forward. But yeah, I heard you guys scored like a dozen or so, but we're going to go to the running show and we're going to score 30 again.
Yeah, easily.
So, speaking of that, the runnings scoring day, want to make sure I throw this out there for everybody's calendar, is March 21st at runnings, and that's 8 to 4 is what I have in my calendar. So if anybody's interested, it doesn't have to be this year's buck. It doesn't have to be a buck you killed. It could be Grandpa's buck. We've scored, people's dad's bucks, Grandpa's bucks, found dead heads, sheds. You can score sheds for the Big Buck Club. If you're going to book them, we'll put you on the priority list. And then if you're looking for a score, we'll happily score the antlers. But you're just going to get shuffled to the back of the line. So... if you're paying to put them in the book, we'll put you at the front. But if not, you kind of get shuffled to the back. So if we're not busy or we got a lot of scores, we might get you in. But and it's $30.
Mm-hmm. Get you a year membership.
Get you
Northeast Big Buck Club.
Yep. Get you the magazine for the year. And then if you want to score more than one deer, additional deer are only $15. So get you in there. You can shop around at runnings. You can hang out, shoot the breeze with us. Typically, we got a 100 proof table set up right next to the scoring area. We'll probably do the same again this year if it works out. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the scoring event. We always do every year. Yeah. Other current events while we're on the board with it. And I'm going to give away 2 tickets right now on the show. So if you comment into the show tonight, we're going to do our random number generator. So make sure...
I haven't done a giveaway in a while.
We haven't done a giveaway in a while, so I'm going to give one away. We're going to give away...
Fest, they'll start watching again.
Yep.
We do giveaways.
Yep. We're going to give away a 100 proof hat and a ticket to the Phelps Sip and Stroll.
Ooh, I like it.
Saturday, September 7th.
Are we doing that?
Yep. Yep. So that's not this Saturday, but the following Saturday in Phelps. If you already bought your ticket, guess what? We'll give you the money for your ticket. How's that sound? Fair enough. Pretty easy. So just comment on this live stream if you're interested in the Sip and Stroll ticket. Comment anything. So we'll put Jeff in there. We'll put Frank in there for the giveaway. We're going to give away the hat, and we're going to give away a ticket for the Sip and Stroll. We're going to be there. How many years have we been doing the Sip and Stroll, Nate?
3, 4.
5.
5, maybe.
Pretty close to 5, I think.
Right.
Probably as long as we've been doing the podcast. Really.
The
So
sip and stroll's been going on, I think, since the beginning of the sip. So however long the sip and stroll's been going on.
pretty much since the get go. So, little spoiler alert: we got a Buffalo Trace back again. So we're gonna be pouring Buffalo Trace for folks. Got a magnum of that, and we got a couple other goodies for folks that we'll be pouring. So, anybody that comments in tonight will be entered into our giveaway. Let me see if I can put a banner up here. I'll put a little. There we go. Drop in a comment to be entered for the giveaway.
Yeah, it's a fun event. I go with friends. You can go with your sweetheart. Go by yourself. It's Phelps does a pretty good job. You get to check out a bunch of the places in Phelps that you can stop, visit, and yeah, it's a cool event. I've participated in the event, and I've been
a pourer, a vendor, whatever you want to call it,
in the event. They do a pretty nice job.
So,
and the lovely town of Phelps is wonderful to walk around.
So this is the Feburary Sweetheart Sip and Stroll.
Lots of nice little joints to get instead of just a tasting of whiskey, wine, beer. There's 3-4 places in town within walking distance. You get a full pour, or there's a few places you can grab some food, and they will have snacks. There's places they don't all do tasters. Of like wine, beer. Some like people do snacks. I think the bakery does like cookies or something.
There's popcorn at some of the stops and stuff like that. So
it's a mix of things.
Haven't got the word for where we'll be at for the pouring station, but you'll see us on the map.
In the back. All the way. Hannah likes to put us as far
somewhere.
As far away as possible.
So
the art center don't like us no more, huh?
I don't know.
I haven't heard good there.
I haven't heard where we're going.
Probably the art center.
But yeah, we'll give away a free ticket and a hat to somebody tonight. I'll get the random wheel going. Make sure we get everybody entered. So Frank LaValle also entered, says hello. He's down there enjoying that sunshine. He's been out riding his motorcycle somewhere in the south. So thanks for tuning in, Frank. I saw that on Facebook. Jeff said, "Don't be afraid to invite the hunter of that big one you measured to come to the runnings event to show off his deer and tell a story." No, absolutely. I told him be happy to have him there at the show. He just dropped the skull plate off at the taxidermist, so he might not have it back by then. So we'll see. But yeah, dude, the thing was a hammer, man. It was beautiful buck. I don't want to go sharing it. I don't have permission to share the photos and stuff like that. But the deer was, the photos that he sent me, I was like, oh, that's a really nice deer. And he's like, yeah, we roughed him at like 160 something. And I'm like, oh, that deer.
We can say the county, right?
I was like, that deer's over 170. It was a Wayne County.
It was Wayne County buck.
Wayne County. So
Wayne County.
Good old 315er buck. So yeah, dude, it's end of January already. Literally, this is the last episode of January we're gonna put out. We're knocking on the door for February. We've been in a cold spell, normal winter. And Nate came down here tonight, and he's just like, dude, he's like, I was like, I haven't seen you in a while. He's like, I've been working, man. He's like, new food plots cleared out, blinds moved. He's like,
shop work.
It's like, I'm hammering these.
I'm out there in the
winter projects,
snowstorm,
dude,
clearing food plots.
Nate's over there just working like a dog. So yeah, you want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff you got going on, Nate, right now, and where you're kind of been at with it.
Yeah. So this is something I've done in it for since 2000. I don't know, I've done it for probably 5-6 years now. But at the beginning of every year, I write down on a piece of paper goals that I want to accomplish for that year. And hunting is a big part of what I like to do. So I have hunting goals, and I have household goals, things I want to accomplish around the house, whether it's putting a garage up all the way to just painting the living room,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Any of your projects, they all go on the same board.
They all go on home projects. And if I accomplish them all, great. If I don't, they just carry over into the next year. But that's kind of where everything kind of starts, is I'll evaluate. We're going to talk about hunting, not my household chores.
That's fine.
But I'll sit there and I'll evaluate the prior season or seasons past and try and come up with common things that I didn't like, or something I want to change, and try and figure out how I can make it better. A lot of times I'll change something and I won't like it, and I'll have to sit there and I'll have to reevaluate, and it's almost like a domino effect, to where it's like, all right, I tried this, and what's next? Like,
Yep.
it's like, because there's certain parts of, I think this kind of happens to everybody, of a property that you hunt that is very hard to get into, to get out of, without disturbing anything. Granted, it's never 100%, but if you can make it at least 80% in and out without disturbing anything, you're doing pretty damn good. Hell, even make it 75%.
Yep.
You're doing really good. So either way, I took my list, took my piece of paper, I sat there, and I thought to myself, what are some things that I would like to improve this year? What are some things that really screwed me this year? What are, to amplify my success?
Make it better. Yep.
Make me a better predator. Make me a better hunter, right? And one of the projects I wanted to change this year was one of my blind locations. I didn't realize, I guess, when I put the blind up, when I built the blind, it was the DIY blind, if you guys remember from a year or two ago. I set it up. I thought it would be a good spot, and it was mainly going to be a gun spot, because the top of that hill is so hard to access and exit, because the top of that hill is the food source. So I decided I was going to put the blind up, and I put it in the most north part of that you could get, and right on top of the hill, so I could see both sides of the cornfield. So if anything come out on either side, I could see them. Well, it didn't work out. With the top of that hill and the way the wind swirls and everything, it just didn't matter. I could hunt it on an east wind, I could hunt it on a west wind, I could hunt it on a north wind, I could hunt it on a south wind. It doesn't matter. It just seemed like I was always
off, a little bit off,
screwing it up. So I just didn't hunt it. I stopped hunting it. So I decided this year, with the straw bale blind, which was going to be kind of like a test location and a test access, just a whole test thing. If I bring that out there and I set it up, if I can get to there, what would I disturb? And honestly, it just seemed like pretty much it was 100% bulletproof once I kind of came up with the idea.
And it was. He won a big buck contest with that deer, by the way.
And I won a big buck contest with a 6-point. Beautiful 6-point, by the way. Monster 6-point.
Hammer 6.
I got a lot of big 6-points.
You
were over the other day. You were looking at like all my 6-points. You're like, they are all solid 6-points.
You are a 6-point killer. Nate's the 6-gun.
My brother's always told me that.
Nate's the 6-gun champ. Oh, here comes Bear.
6-shooter.
Oh, and there's the. You go back upstairs, Allie.
So, either way, I was successful with the straw bale blind, and I decided I was going to move that blind on that field edge, comparable to where that straw bale blind was. So I accomplished that. I got that moved, um, and then there's a section of that property towards the south that it's all shrub, it's all buckthorn, honeysuckle, it's all, you can't get a stand in it. And to
But they're not betting in it either. So that's the other thing is they're not betting necessarily in that predominantly either. So you're looking to put food between destination ag field food, hunter proof,
yeah, it's a kill plot,
Nebraska. It's a little intermittent plot.
which they do bet in there.
Probably overnight betting. It's
Yeah,
not day betting. I don't think. I think they're day betting on that side hill
yeah,
more often. But anyway,
the north
sorry.
side. But so I went in there and there was a bunch of some shrub trees and stuff. And the farmer went in there prior and tried clearing it out to extend his field, and it just ended up getting too wet, and he didn't want to put the money into drainage. So the front, like 30 yards, all grew up to goldenrod. And I frequently see deer going out of there, walking out of there um, to feed in the ag field from one of my blinds. So I'm like, I got to figure out a way I can hunt that. So, sat there with my notepad and paper, and I came up with the idea that there is one big willow back in there, and I can access it from the road. I have to do a little bit of a walk, but I can access it from the road. I can get into it, and I can get out of it, I think, fairly clean. And I was thinking if I go in there to that goldenrod and I knock out little 1/4 acre, 1/8 acre plot in there, and I plant a food plot in there, and I can hunt it on a northwest wind that works out good for my access, that works out good for my hunting. Northwest wind works out great. And then behind it, it's another kind of like roll in the hill. The hill kind of goes down, then it dips, and it comes back up. It is pretty wet back there, but I was able to get on that hillside, and some of the like poplar trees and stuff that were fairly large. I was able to hinge cut a few of them to create a little cover and browse.
Mm-hmm.
So to kind of improve a little bit of the depth of the bedding, I guess. But so I was able to get in there, and I got in there with my 4-wheeler. I knocked it all down with the 4-wheeler. Well, first I went in there, and any little saplings that I didn't think I could plow over with the 4-wheeler, I cut with the chainsaw. Went in there, knocked all the goldenrod down, figured out the pattern I wanted. Got the drag in there, dragged that all out so all the sticks and stuff were off the ground, and it's just dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Turned over the top pretty good, running the drag over, and I already got my access path trimmed to where my stand is going to go. I went in there, I put a couple mock scrapes up. This is actually going to be the destination, one of the destination points from the Boulevard project. So the Boulevard from a year ago.
It's a merry-go-round, like we talk about. It's a merry-go-round, dude.
So the Boulevard has the main trail, and last year, if you remember, I talked about widening it off. So one trail kind of led out to that goldenrod, and then the other trail goes up on top of the hill.
Kind of stays on top of the ridge.
Well, now, and when I planned this food plot, there's multiple entrances and multiple exits. And I think that's a big thing if you want deer to feel comfortable out there. You can't just pinch them down to really one specific point. You can, but I think it's going to minimize the movement through there. I think if you
makes
have,
it too bottlenecky.
yeah, you have multiple trails. You can have a couple main trails that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Then there are a few feeder trails that they're just going to create because that's what they do. And you can kind of create the main trails. And then I have 2 trails that cut out into the ag field. One on the north end of the plot and one on the south end of the plot.
Mm-hmm.
For gun season, it's going to work out good either or. Bow season, I need them to come out on the south end.
Yep.
But well, those were all things that I kind of put into it. I got 2 mock scrapes in there. I added a couple mock scrapes on the trails, the major trails leading to it.
Yep.
And just to kind of, I guess, fluff it up a little bit.
I like it, and we're talking snow fence diversion on the access point.
Snow fence diversion. That doesn't really tie into the food plot, but
No,
it does tie
down the
into
movement.
the bedding.
Mm-hmm.
The snow fence idea is a little more north. That's kind of a
Toward the boulevard.
experimental thing.
Yep.
It is part of the boulevard. The boulevard is the star of the show of that whole thing.
It's kind of the hub, dude, of all the movements. By the food, it's adjacent to all the bedding. Like, when we got in there, you know, and we've kind of refined that. You've refined that a little bit since. It's just made that spot better and better and better. As you've kind of developed that spot out, it really has. So,
I think once you see it, you're gonna move me. So last time you were there and you graded it, you gave me a B plus.
B plus is a good grade, dude.
I think I'm gonna move it up to a Ben Williams A.
A minus.
After this, A minus. I might be a 91, 92 student now. Well, I don't know about student. You know what I'm saying.
I do. I do. I know what you're saying with it. But yeah, dude. So no, I'm looking forward to it. We drove that after we recovered your buck there in the late muzzleloader, the holiday season, your second holiday season buck.
Holiday champ.
Nate's the only one out of the 2 of us that have killed a holiday season buck.
And I've
2 of
killed
them.
2 bucks with my muzzleloader.
0. It's 0.
I
haven't
think
killed a single one.
you should have pushed harder
I
and
know.
got one. This was the
I
year.
know.
This was the year.
Next year's the year.
You're gonna kill one.
Next year's the year. I'm gonna kill both of them with the muzzleloader in the late season on the same set. It's gonna be like, oh, there's a doe.
Ah, shit! He already dropped his antlers.
Oh, there's another buck.
3. You're gonna
3
3
deer.
up with a muzzleloader. That's hard to do.
3 deer. I've whacked 2 before with the smoke pole. I've whacked 2 does before with it. No bucks. I've never killed a buck with my bow. And I'm hoping to have my muzzleloader pistol too by the end of the summer, going into the new year, so I can have that ready to go going into the muzzleloader season. Maybe I'll even carry it during the gun season. Had a comment roll in from Bo, says, "What DBH are you cutting at?" So that's a little bit of a loaded question there, Bo.
DBH.
Yeah, diameter breast height for the timber harvest at Mom and Dad's. So we have Johnson Forest Management out there doing the timber harvest at our family piece of property. Trevor's been out there numerous times over the last 6 to 8 years, whatever it's been. I've known Trevor for well over a decade at this point. I met him drinking beers at parties back in high school at Duck Lake and Red Creek and all sorts of parties up in that neck of the woods, which kind of segues into the next topic. But yeah, so we didn't really set a diameter limit. We walked the whole wood lot, literally. Me, my dad, or me, my dad, and my daughter, or me, my dad, and my wife and my daughter. Or my mom. My mom was up in there one of those days too, and we marked every tree we wanted cut or not cut. We didn't go through a forester. We're doing a straight landing split, species split with the logger. Working with a reputable company like Johnson Forest Management, 3rd generation unit. They've cut other client parcels of mine in the past. Just stand-up outfit, one of the best ones I think in this area. And we kind of joked earlier in the show about of veneer ironwood. Which, I was talking, I sent a message to Trevor before we started, and I was like, so what's the status of that ironwood, dude? Like, I think it'd be kind of cool to have, like, a little niche wood, whether Nate turns out a bowl with it, with his, his lathe or something like that. Just kind of have something cool come off at the end of that tree. Because you don't see ironwood, in that, 16, 18-inch, diameter range. Very often. They're an understory tree, so that's cool. But we're cutting mostly hard maple, um, pig nut hickory, a little bit of bitter nut in some of the wet spots, some ash here and there. No oak harvest because we're really limited on oak, and no shagbarks because Dad wants to be able to shoot his squirrels out of the shagbark hickories. So none of the shagbarks are getting touched. So but other than that, basswood's paying pretty good, so we cut a few basswoods, cut some of the border trees to kind of let some sunlight and kind of creep in some successional eco tones, if you will, on the edges of the woodlot. We got new logging roads and access points going in, so all in all pretty good, but there's no DBH limit. Mostly everything we're cutting is, I'd say 18 plus, unless it was something that had a defect, then we might cut something smaller. And we're cutting a lot of TSI beech. They're running a feller buncher for most of it. Our woods is pretty flat, so they're cutting a lot of beech for firewood and stuff like that too along the way because they can just stack it, stack it, and it's good to go. So I'm curious to get in there. This was the first day they dropped trees. They sent me some pictures of some beautiful maple that have hit the fucking ground, dude. Like, really fucking, like, veneered nice maple already. And they're just got in there. And they haven't even cut some of the really, really nice stuff I think that's going to come out of the top of the ridge. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have some nice habitat pockets put in there. It's kind of like a little patch cutty kind of system just because of the way the diameter was, and as we were sitting in there marking it, we kind of talked about leaving this, taking that. Kind of one of the things that made me cry a little bit was we were marking the last little bit of that woodlot, and we were sitting there, and me and Dad were going back and forth on cutting one of these trees. And he just stops, he shakes his head, and he picks Nora up, and he goes, "We'll leave that one for you, Nora, so you can cut that one in 30 years." And then we just kept going. Like that was a little bit of a surreal, kind of setback moment, dude. That was really nice to have in the woods with my dad and my daughter. So yeah, so I know it's tough on my dad to cut the timber on the farm. We've been talking about it for a number of years, but now that it's going and it's going forward the way we want to have it done with the logging roads and the access and putting in some new logging roads and helping us out with our hunting game plan. And it's just due to be cut, man. I mean, that's the problem is we're gonna take a fair amount out because, in a perfect scenario, I would have liked to cut it lighter 10 years ago, and then be talking about this cut, meaning the one we're doing right now, in 5 or 10 years from where we are right now. So I would have done a lighter cut 10 years ago, and then staggered out another cut 10 years from like where we are right now. In a perfect world, but we're just getting to the point where eventually, dude, the trees they don't get any nicer and they start going the other way. So, and I think we're right at the kind of that teetering tipping point. So I'm looking forward to the results of that and getting some good food down to the deer. I'm sure they're in there right now hammering those freaking tops, dude, from the cutting today.
Sure.
So, it's where we're gonna find all the sheds this year.
It'll be fun walking it.
Well, it'll be
after
just
all that work's done.
you just walk with the snow load we got this year, dude. You just walk the logging roads. That's where they're all gonna be. I told Trevor, I said, when you run in there in the morning, dude, just like watch for sheds, and none of them go home with you. So,
he's just not gonna tell you about them.
No, he will. Trevor's good stuff. All the guys there. are good. Dusty, and all the other guys, and Trevor's dad that are there or will be there in some capacity are good stuff. So, um, yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the getting the equipment in. We're all rolled up. We kind of had to adjust the landing a little bit from where we wanted it because of how they kind of use the landing sorter for loading the truck and stuff like that. So we moved it over to second trail rather than turnaround because of the dip and then coming up on the flat. The power lines were a little too low there, so we kind of did it off of second trails where we did the landing. So, um, yeah, I'm looking for. I wanted to be there today. Trevor's like, I don't really need the help, and I'm like, I could get some stuff done at home today. So I wasn't there for the first stick to hit the ground, but I'll be there at some point here in the next couple of days to see, the headway they're making. They're on that first kind of small flat.
How long do you think they'll be there?
2 to 3 weeks, probably, to get the hardwoods cut, and then, the little surrounding.
Yeah, nice cold weather. Everything should be frozen, not too messy.
Yep. So that's what Trevor's been doing. He's been in there babysitting the roads, plowing them out, keeping them open to keep the cold weather on the roadways themselves, so they're not getting ruts or any other issues with that. Oh, I love that. Trevor's commenting and says, "LOL, any sheds found will be returned."
Look at that.
That's the kind of guy you want to cut in your woods. He's tuning into the show. He's listening to what you have to say. I wish he could cut everybody's woods for him. like I said, I'm really appreciative of Trevor and the outfit. We've cut with another guy in the past and didn't end up good, but we've had a lot of conversations, and Trevor's been really diligent on navigating, making sure something like that doesn't happen or some little hiccup or mistake doesn't happen with that. So that's something that I'm really really appreciative of Trevor for. So yeah, any sheds found will be returned. Appreciate it.
Trevor, $75. You can be a sponsor on the podcast.
Johnson Forest Management.
Just take it out of the total. Just
take it out of the first check. Take it out of the ironwood stick.
Take it out of the ironwood stick, and we'll put you right up there at the beginning of every episode.
And the tail end.
Yep.
So, but no, it's it's good, dude. I mean, I'm happy with it. I think we're gonna have some really good regen from that. Some of the TSI work I've done in the past, we had fawns being born right in it. The year after it, so you're looking at increasing fawning cover. You're looking at increasing browse. You're looking at increasing access points, which is the biggest thing to be able to hunt these deer successfully. And you're making new travel corridors, which are gonna again influence other stand locations as well. All that stuff we've strategically planned how this timber harvest is gonna go, and how we're gonna cut it and how the skid trails are coming out. We've talked about that at nauseum. I'm sure Trevor's really like, well, okay, yeah. So we knocked in, like, you come, Nate knows, so you come down through the camp, you come down around the stone shed, and then you go right there, and then right before you hit second trail, you know how there's that little high spot there, right before you go, and then dip down in the flat to turn around?
Yeah.
So that new logging road is going right off the end of second trail right to the hardwoods. So second trail is going to go north to south border now, basically. So that's the main skid road. The main skid road, they're taking most of the sticks out. And then you go all the way down to the border, then there's going to be trails on the border that go north and then south, appropriately. So, sorry, north and then
you've
south.
Been wanting them trails.
Those are the ones I wanted. The other ones are, the main skid road is going to be the travel corridor that dumps out below the dump, and that kind of stuff comes out of that bedding area. Like, that's money. That's still a money spot, just you come around the other way.
You gonna snow fence that border?
I think we're gonna take that feller bunch and we're gonna lay that fucking border just as we cut. We're gonna cut every tree on that fucking border, except for that one beech tree that Dad doesn't want cut, which is hilarious. But that's a conversation for a different day. Frank LaValle comments in, says, "Don't let Dusty find them." Only kidding. He logged 2 of my properties this year. So yeah, so Frank comments in about Johnson Forest Management. He's another guy, great success with Johnson taking care of them. Says great guys. So thank you guys very much. Yeah, so we'll make sure we get everybody in the giveaway. So right now we got 5 names on it. We got Jeff, Andy, Frank, Bo, and Trevor on for our giveaway for a hat and a giveaway to the Sip and Stroll coming up here in Phelps February 7th.
February 7th.
February 7th. And it's a little earlier than before. They're going to try to get out ahead of the evening. I think it's 3 to 6, if my numbers are correct on my calendar. But yeah, I'm super happy with all those guys. I love how Frank's just like, don't let Dusty find them.
Who's Dusty?
Dusty's one of the landing guys that like marks the logs, cuts the log, measures them. Ben has fear of missing out. Yeah, Hannah, I was offered to go sit in the skidder today and drag logs, and I stayed home. So you're welcome. I love
But tomorrow he's gonna be in the skidder.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I have fear of missing out. So
2025.
yeah, the 2020. You mean 2026, Hannah?
Hannah, 2026. My God.
Oh my gosh.
No wonder no one's signed up yet. They think it's all last year's.
Yeah, 2026 Sip and Stroll in Phelps. Frozen Fest. She deleted her comment. Apparently it's the Frozen Fest now.
Ah.
No clue. I thought it was the Sip and Stroll.
Oh, we're doing a whole festival now.
Frozen Fest. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so my wife might win a ticket, even though she won.
I don't think Hannah needs a ticket.
I don't think Hannah needs a ticket, but
You throwing her in there?
yeah, I'll throw her in there. She commented in on the show. Like I said, anybody that comments in on the show entered to win. She might want the knit hat. She might not have one. I don't know. But
She could. Oh my God.
oh, that's the other thing. Yep. So ice skating in the park, over at Redfield Park, they're making a ice skating rink.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. So that'll be open to the public. There's going to be igloos there, vendors, sip and stroll. Thank you, Hannah. I'm sorry.
So it's a whole.
It's a whole
thing
fest.
Now. It's a whole thing. It's not just
partied in part with the sip and stroll. Is now apparently the Frozen Fest as a whole. They're putting it all together. And that starts, looks like February 6th through February 7th. So we're trying to support the community, and we'll be there for the sip and stroll part of it. And I got some ice skates. I might get on the ice.
I got some cross country skis now.
Oh, don't tell Hannah. She wants to snowshoe like a bastard.
Snowshoeing right now.
Yep. So thank you, Hannah, for letting folks know about that. Yep. Anyway,
where else are we at? We got the timber. We got the update on my projects. We talked about your timber project.
Yep. I'll another
stroll.
Working on the rest of the calendar. February 9th through the 11th. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be at the Great American Outdoors Show at the Whitetail Properties booth down in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Ooh, you're finally going.
I'm going.
Finally going. Only because you're forced to.
My wife blessed it.
Blessing.
She gave it the blessing. So I'll be down there. So if anybody's down at the Great American Outdoor Show,
Oh yeah, I gotta check out your carpet job.
There's some good carpet back there. But yeah, so I'll be down there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, coming home some point Wednesday for that. With the PA team of Whitetail Properties down there with Tim, Paul, Clint, and then the whole, I think basically everybody from the Pennsylvania team. But those are the New York folks. So that'll be a good time. It's been a couple years since I've been down to the Great American Outdoor Show, so I'm looking forward to that. Lined up all the child care for my daughter, everything like that. Like I said, we'll have my daughter's birthday party at the end of February. Just kind of going through my whole calendar. What else do we have in March? I have a wedding, the scoring seminar. April, we have. Oh, this is another one. Put on your calendars, guys. I'm sure Nate will weigh in on this too. We have the annual Trout Derby, which is the first Saturday in April, put on by Mike Vienna and the Upstate Sportsman's page. We're going to try to get an episode lined up with Mike here before the event so we can talk more about that. We'll probably do it maybe in Mike's garage again, or maybe he'll come down here and we'll talk about that. But that's coming up is the annual Trout Derby. Bo says shit. I'm going Saturday. Sorry, Bo. Gonna miss you. But stop by the Whitetail Properties booth and tell them, be like, you know, Ben Williams and all them New York guys are just slacking. But that's just what days we had available for us.
A lot more squares to put down.
I know I got a lot more squares, but I don't have much more squares.
There's a pile like that back there.
Yeah, but it's not going to do that whole room.
No.
But a couple of them are going to be for like the outside rim of that. But anyway, so
where are we at? Where are we at?
We were talking about the Trout Derby.
Oh yeah, the Trout Derby.
First Saturday in April. Getting that on people's calendars.
Anyone want to come challenge Owen?
Owen. He's the reigning youth champion.
Wow. He took third last year.
Close
First
enough.
the year before.
Close enough. Bo's all pissed off that he's going to be there Saturday for the weekend of. I'll be at the Great American Outdoor Show. I'll be there Monday. He's going Saturday. I think he should reorganize his plan. Nate should go. Get him a pass.
Hell yeah, I'll sit there and do the 100 proof.
Nate's like, 100 proof?
I'll do it right next to the Whitetail Properties thing. I'll have my little plastic table.
He just walks in with a folding table, just boop, boop.
Here we are.
100 proof. What's up?
100 proof whitetails. Changed my mind.
Yep. Yeah, sit there with a cup of coffee. Changed my mind. Meg and Kent, M&R Firewood's other half, the better half, sorry.
The boss.
Rick, says game dinner at Seneca Lake Duck Hunters. What's the date for that, Meg? To let folks know about that, because that's a good thing to have. I love a good game dinner. It's been a while since we used to have them at the gun club.
Yeah. Mickey's does a good one every year in Palmyra, the bar
okay.
there.
Yep.
I think they still do it.
Yep. From the looks of it, there's going to be some good vendors.
Saturday, February 7th. Wasn't there something else going on 7th? Sip and stroll?
The sip and stroll. But you could go to the sip and stroll after the game dinner. Go grab yourself a little plate at noon. Come to the sip and stroll after.
Or, if you're not down for walking around and ice skating, go to the game dinner.
That too. Ooh, they got some good raffles, dude. They're raffling off 8 guns, if my math is correct. 8 guns and 2 cash prizes at the game dinner as well.
Duck Hunters over there's got it going on. Man.
Duck Hunters is pretty solid, dude. So they got a Henry Golden Boy. They got Savage Access.
Jesse will be there.
A Winchester 6.8 in Western.
He bought 2 Golden Boys this year. Well, he bought 2 Henrys. One was a Golden Boy.
Patriot 22 revolver. Savage Access 350, which I won one of those this year.
350
Browning.
Legend?
There's a 350 Legend Savage. Yep.
You won that?
Yeah, I won one. It's in the other room.
That's like the new gun of choice.
Yep.
It's the new hot topic.
Mm-hmm.
My poor 6'5" took a back seat.
I mean, we could do it. We could do a gun raffle at the Sip and Stroll if that was legal. They have a brown.
I got some guns that are
they got
so
dude,
old,
they
the
got
government doesn't even know they still exist. We could raffle something off.
They got a Browning A Bolton 300 Winchester too at that event. They got a Rossi 3030 and Mossberg Patriot 6.5 Creedmoor.
That's
your
my
jam.
gun.
I was gonna say that's Nate's jam, dude. Yeah.
I get a lot of shit for it, but
So
I tell you what.
Thank you, Megan, for
I killed deer.
yeah. So make sure we got everybody. We got Megan. We got.
Megan's not gonna go to the Sip and Stroll. She's going
She might want the hat. She might just want the hat.
Yeah, just give her a hat.
She might just want the hat.
Should just give him a hat for being a sponsor.
That could be part of the sponsor package, I think, for next year. Bump it up just a touch.
Well,
yeah,
Hannah are still in 2025. It's 2026.
It is 26. It is, Nate. Very, very astute.
Where'd that guy come from?
Accounting. You told me to get you another one.
Where'd that guy come from?
You told me to get you another one.
Oh, okay.
So, what else we got? We got all the current events, all the scoring days, all the sportsman events coming up. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's much anything else.
No.
January, you missed it. It's gone.
I missed all of January. Well, no, I was here for the
season
wrap up.
No, that's not what I meant. But like January's gone. Like next week, it's February. Sunday is February 1st.
In a month and a half, we'll be shed hunting.
Mm-hmm. They're all holding, dude.
In 3 months, we'll be turkey hunting.
Yes.
And did I send you the pictures?
I'm waiting to call you a fucking bird in an open morning. Again,
well, we got 3 of them to pick from.
Creedmoor wants to eat, Nate.
Over there on that spot I got in Naples.
Mm-hmm. And Naples. And then
3
Naples
long beards,
spot.
1 double.
Oh, and then
He's got a 4-inch. He's got a 4-inch kicker coming off the bottom.
We got to get it done there because we got the Black Lake trip right after that.
You going?
It's on my calendar.
You better be going. No one else is going. It's gonna be you and me. Maybe you, me, and Jesse.
Shit.
Sam's having a baby. He ain't going.
My mom says, please put Dad on the list.
For the Black Lake trip?
For the slip and stroll? Black Lake trip?
Brian's going to Black Lake? Come on down, Brian. Catch us some northern pike.
Little pike, little bass, little hangout action.
A little crappie. Is it crappie or crappie?
It's crappy.
I say crappie.
Yeah, crappy. Yeah, so I mean, February 28th, they got a pulled pork dinner. So yeah, so I would say if you're on Facebook, go check out the Cynic Lake Duck Hunters. They got a ton of stuff going on. February 28th, that's my daughter's birthday, by the way. They're going to have food, music, and everything like that too. So a lot of great events coming up at Cynic Lake Duck Hunters. They should be a sponsor.
They should be.
They should be, I think.
That would be a great sponsor.
If they comp us a couple memberships, we'll make them a sponsor.
Yeah.
I think that's a good good trade.
Solid. How much is it for a membership? $20?
I think it's like 30.
Yeah. $60. That's
yeah.
Cool.
So, I mean, we'll pay for our weight and pull tabs. We always do.
Oh yeah.
They got the old pull tabs, dude.
I'm due for a winner.
Dude, soon. it's It's that
It's been a
good.
dry spell.
It's that good hometown small bar kind of vibe with pull tabs
The
and
old buckhorn.
they need to get the dice game for the fucking drink.
I don't know if they do.
You've never done dice?
That's a Wayne County thing.
That was a Wayne County and Idaho thing, dude. When we went out to Montana and Idaho and I went to visit Derek, first thing you'd walk in and you'd be like, "Let me get a roll." You fucking roll the dice and you'd call odd or even, and then you'd roll dice again, and then you'd go higher or lower to get your free drink for the day. And everybody gets it. When you walk in the bar for the day, that's you get your rolls. You get your chance at the free drink, or you get your chance at whatever.
Odd or even.
Yep. Yep, basically. Same idea.
And
They all do it a
you
little
get a free
different.
drink.
They all do it a little different. Caleb comments in and says, "What company did you use to age the teeth? I got a few that I want to have aged from this past season." Perfect. Caleb, guess what? I got a whole bunch of them in my office over there in like little pre-made kits. I bought a bunch of them when they were on sale. So let me know, dude. Send me a text and we'll get you hooked up on it. So
Wildlife analytics.
Megan says, "Message me. I might be able to do something." We got that. Done. New sponsor. So anyway, so if you're interested in sponsoring the show, whether you have a small business, whether you have a club or a hunting group or whatever it is, we'd be happy to put you on the podcast, put you on the front of the show and the tail end of the show in the credits, and give you all the credit you deserve for supporting us and helping us offset our hundreds and hundreds, might even be thousands at this point, dollars a bill that we pay to do this podcast every year for everybody. So we thank everybody that supports us, and we thank everybody that comments in on this because it keeps us doing what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you all. So anything else, Nate, we got for this?
Caleb's Cutting Service should be a sponsor too.
Yeah, it could be. I know he was.
What is the name of his company, anyways?
Caleb's Energy mows lawns. I don't know.
Caleb's Cutters. Caleb's Clips.
Caleb Clips.
Caleb Clips.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we could AI it and make him something really sick. So,
Caleb Clips. I like it.
Yeah. So we're gonna play quick with this and see, because we didn't play with it last week because I was the solo guy in the office. I'm gonna share a screen and see what happens. Caleb's Custom Cuts, CCC. Or C cubed. I don't know. How would that look? Would that look better, C cubed?
Caleb's Custom Cuts.
I like that. I like that. I like that. So,
are you good at fades or the striper package?
Caleb's Custom Cuts was kind of my slogan. I like that. I like that, Caleb. Absolutely, dude.
So he doesn't even actually have a DBA or anything.
I'm sure he does.
I don't think so. I don't think he's paying taxes. I told you he was like Amish.
Don't blow him in.
Told you he was like Amish or Mennonite.
No. All right. So let us know in the comments if the audio is getting wonky. I'm trying to play this out to see if this works. So this is brand new listing, Whitetail Properties. This is my new listing. 16.2 acres in Conquest, Cayuga County. Got a utility right away that runs through the property. Got some open acreage that they've used for somewhat of tillable in the past, as well as some wooded acres. Pretty nice property. Go through a couple of the photos here that we took on the parcel. I mean, just a nice little breakdown, little food plot area over here off to the left-hand side. Really nice area that you can make a nice food plot here. Old barn that was on the property. There's an old chicken coop that was there too that's still there on the property that'll transfer. Some open acreage under the power lines. I did bump some deer when I was on the property too, which is always a good sign. Nice little thick bedding cover. Really pretty day to go take pictures when it's 0 degrees out. So yeah, kind of nice little piece. Some white oak, maple mix, some deer rubs. Nice little deer trail here that kind of funnels in around the end of this wood lot. Pretty little piece, dude. And I think there's a lot of areas.
Acres is it?
16.2.
Nice. That's the Cayuga?
Yep. The
Look at that
Cayugas.
slammer.
Oh yeah, there's a couple good deer, dude.
That's a good one there.
I was gonna say there's some good deer from this past deer season. Some fox.
Same property?
Yep, this is all same property. Couple deer in the little goldenrod field area. I mean, you got what, 6 there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 does and fawns there in that mix. Little raccoons. So it's got trapping opportunities, other small game opportunities. This is right back by the barn. Is kind of back here. Kind of back inside corner of this.
Look at the ears on that one.
Another little buck. Another nice little buck.
Got some big old ears on.
And what I want to say, dude, is all these pictures were daylight pictures. You don't have those nighttime once in a blue moon photos. Nice little property. Like we said, stone's throw from Duck Lake. Here's the property. There's Duck Lake.
Tommy. Why don't you hit up Tommy? Tommy has a cabin on Duck Lake.
Look at. There's Duck Lake.
Yeah.
And there's the property.
Look at. There's Tommy's cabin.
Somewhere in that ballpark.
Look at Tommy. You could be at camp
and then
with
go hunt.
Caleb. With Caleb. And then you guys wake up and you go hunt this.
It's possible. It's possible. So, wetland layer, we always include it. And then the soils layer, this is a mix of peat soil here, which is the PU layer. PU, stinky, boggy, peat. So, yep. So yeah, so hopefully that stayed good for you guys for the audio side of it. We're playing around with that a little bit. So, yeah, that's the Whitetail Properties featured listing of the night. The 16.2 acres in Cayuga County just went up in the last couple days. So, I don't think it's going to last long.
No, it's a nice piece.
No. Super nice, good road frontage. Super dry all the way back into the back area there where the field is and stuff. So, I think it's good. Other than it was like 0 degrees when I was out there.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel, Nate says. All right, hold on. Last chance. Anybody tuning in
We got everybody. Make sure you
that is not commented in, please comment so you get entered to win a Hunter Proof hat and a ticket to the Sip and Stroll.
Put Caleb in there.
Caleb needs to go in there. Very good. I don't think he's going to go to the Sip and Stroll, but he might give it to Tommy. Tommy needs to tune into the show so he can do that. Caleb says, but my business name is just my name. Laughing face. His cabin is on the east side, Nate.
Oh.
Hey, it's even closer if it's on the east side.
Yeah.
With the way the roads go.
Yeah.
Just go down to Howell Road, take a little turn off of that. Boom, you're right there. It's on Duck Lake Road. Literally. So that's available on whitetailproperties.com as is all
I've only
of our
been invited
listings.
there twice, Caleb. I don't get privileged that much. Tommy says I drink all of his rum when I go. I'm not allowed.
Yep. So, all right. Anybody else? Last call on the names for...
He says, count me in for the giveaway.
Last call on the names for the giveaway tonight.
What was that?
With the... What's that?
It says, count me in on the giveaway.
Meyer wants in. All right. Meyer wants in on the giveaway. My buddy Meyer. Client, friend. Oh, we got anybody else on Facebook? Last call on the giveaway for the hat and the ticket for the sip and stroll. Here we go. Once, twice, sold. Here we go. Spin it.
Big winner. Big winner.
Big winner says Trevor Johnson.
Look at that.
You're cutting trees and
Look
you're.
at that. Now you have an excuse to go right in the skidder.
Trevor says, I'm going to the sip and stroll. Trevor gets himself a hat and he gets himself a ticket to the sip and stroll. So, Trevor, thank you for commenting in tonight. You are our winner for our giveaway. You get yourself a nice 100 proof hat.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And he was, when we sat down and signed the contract, all that stuff, so this is another little funny story. Sat down, signed the contract, all that good stuff with Dad. He was complaining about his daughter's drinking all the 7-Up, so he couldn't have a 7-7 that night. I said, oh, really? Pop the cabinet at Dad's house, because you know, there's a little bit of bourbon up there. Grab a bottle off. Slide that glass over. Says, here you go, Trev. This ain't going to be your 80 proof Seagrams. Have a little taste of Wild Turkey Rare Breed. And he was like, ooh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. We drink good stuff. So thank you, Trevor. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight for the show. Yeah, I'm happy for all the events coming up. I'm happy for all the support coming up. Frank says it's rigged. Hey, you guys watched it real time. We can't load no dice.
Frank, was your name even in there?
He was.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All
Frank
right.
says, your name not in there, Frank? Are you sure? Frank LaValle. The whole name is in there.
Man, there he is. All right.
Yep. So we put everybody in there. We put Meyer in at the end. We put everybody
just making
in.
sure, Frank.
Nate's looking out for you.
I was trying to look out for you. I know Ben can be a little biased.
No. So
looking for a discount on his logs.
Yeah. Fucking 5% split. Well, 5-10%.
Hey.
But
hustling.
Yep, gotta hustle. So, all right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate all the support. If you are interested in sponsoring the show, reach out to us. We'd love to have you as a sponsor to support us. Thank you all so much to all of our supporters and sponsors and everybody that tunes in and comments to the shows. Like I said, we put you on the beginning and the end of every show, and we'll shout you out during the show too. You know, or have you on the show, etc. So we got a couple good shows coming up with some guests and stuff. Some new, some old guests. Need to have the old Festa back on. We need to line him up, and some other folks. But until then, if it was rigged, I love my mom. My mom says if it was rigged, Dad would have been the one that won. That's fair. That's fair, Frank. You gotta admit, Trevor don't need no hat. I love Frank. Oh,
Poor Trevor.
Poor Trevor.
He's gonna get cold ears.
Cold ears. You got a bigger beard than both of us, Nate. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate it. Ben and Nate here with 100 Proof Whitetails. We'll catch y'all next time down here at the bar, or I think next week we might be at Nate's or whatever. We'll see. So
Figure it out.
we'll figure it out. So thank y'all. See ya.
See ya.